Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Oklahoma Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you all here to learn a little bit about our 6 wonderful institutions. And so just to remind everyone the format, we have 6 institutions. Each of them will have 6 minutes to share a little bit more about what they do. You may be wondering how you can ask questions. You'll find a little Q&A button at the bottom of your screen. Feel free to click that Q&A, submit your question. That way, our college representatives are happy to answer those questions throughout the session, so feel free to take advantage of that. A reminder that your camera and microphone are off, and they will remain off throughout the whole session. And I also do want to make a little plug for the fact that we do have additional sessions in the coming days, so continue to check those out and sign up for others, and that the session is being recorded. And so if you need to return to any of this information, you will be able to find that recording online. But with that, we'll go ahead and send things on over to our first institution, which is the University of Central Oklahoma.
Alrighty, hello everyone. My name is Jerusha Ogletree, and I am one of the recruiters, admissions counselors at the University of Central Oklahoma. Thank you everyone for joining, and I will go ahead and get started with a brief introduction to UCO. The University of Central Oklahoma is located in Edmond. We are the 3rd largest university in the state of Oklahoma, and as you can see on the screen, we have our QR code on the screen. So if you have your phone with you, you can scan our QR code to get plugged into our system, and this will take you directly to our profile where you can create your profile with UCO, and then you can start creating your application with us. So as I mentioned earlier, UCO is the 3rd largest university in the state of Oklahoma. We are the most affordable public university in the state. We have about 15,000 students on our campus, so we definitely have the large campus feeling. However, our average class size is about 26 students per class. Our student to professor ratio is about 19:1, so we do have the large class community, but our class sizes are pretty small. So that's a really good way for you to interact with your peers as well as with your professors in your class. We have over 200 student organizations ranging from diversity and inclusion to Greek life to Netflix and pizza to intramural sports to many, many more. So there's a lot of different ways for you to get involved on our campus. We have over 10 different dining options, 13 to be exact, on our campus. And we are NCAA Division II, where we have 14 NCAA athletic teams. So let's talk about applying to UCO. The application for the fall is currently open, and there are a few different ways to be admitted to the University of Central Oklahoma. The first way that we can admit you is off of your test scores if you have taken either the ACT or the SAT. To get into UCO with your test scores, you would need a 20 or above on the ACT or a 1030 on the SAT if you have taken that. Or we can look at your GPA. You can have a 2.7 unweighted GPA and rank in the top half of your class, or you can have a 2.7 GPA and 15 core classes, which are pretty much those classes you need to take to graduate from high school. Also, if you have not taken the ACT or the SAT due to COVID-19, we are test optional. So if you have not taken either exam, we are test optional, and we would require just a 2.7 unweighted GPA. If you do go this route without having the ACT or the SAT, we do require the ACT or the SAT for our scholarships considerations at this time. At UCO, we do not have a housing requirement. However, we do have 5 on-campus living options, from West Hall to Myrtle Hall, which are going to be your more classic style dorms where it will be you and a roommate, and then you will also have that community style bathroom. We also have a pod style resident hall called the Quad. And the unique thing about the Quad is that it is a living learning community, meaning that your roommate, your neighbors, everyone around you is going to have the same major as you. So that's a really cool way for you to get to know other people who have the same academic interests and the same people who are going to have classes with you in the future. The university suites are pretty much a suite style or a hotel style. So think of the Marriott or the Hilton Inn, where it's going to have the restroom inside of the room. And we also have the university commons on our campus, which are pretty much apartments. So as I mentioned, housing is not required, but we do have 5 on-campus living options for students. Paying for Central, at the top is for our residents, and then at the very bottom is for non-residents. So per school year, it's about $17,886. This is including housing and a meal plan. Now you know that it's not required to live on UCO's campus, so you can decrease that cost if you do not plan to live on campus. Also, this is before financial aid, Oklahoma's Promise, tuition, grant, scholarships, and most likely this cost is going to decrease. And also on the screen, you can see the non-resident tuition. So if you are from out of state, let's say you're from Texas, for example, we do have a Bronco Advantage program where students who attend a Texas school or pretty much any of our border high schools throughout the nation, they will receive $4,000 off of out-of-state tuition. And also please note that the plan included in the cost is using our most affordable housing and our most affordable meal plan, which is going to be West Hall, and then the 10 meal plan per week. So it really just depends on where you would like to live on campus and how many times you would like to eat if you do plan to stay on campus. So that is all that I have for you. Feel free to reach out to me via email, or if you have a question, you can use the Q&A section, a part of this call. You can also follow me on Instagram at UCO Jerusha, and you can follow me and view all the content that I post about all the cool things happening at UCO. Also, you can follow our UCO admissions page on Instagram. You can see everything that our student ambassadors post as well. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, University of Central Oklahoma. Now we'll go ahead and head on over to our next institution, which is Fort Lewis.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Michael Hellman with the Fort Lewis College Office of Admission. I'm an admissions counselor here, and I'm going to take you guys through just a little bit about Fort Lewis College, located in beautiful Durango, Colorado. And hopefully, if you have any questions at the end of the session, you let me know. So we are a four-year public institution located in Durango. We've got about 3,500 students coming from all over the country, and almost an even split between our in-state and our out-of-state students. We are a majority-minority institution, so you'll see greater than 50% students of color here at Fort Lewis College. We are very racially diverse and geographically diverse. That is for a number of reasons, but also in part due to the fact that we are proud to be represented by 173 Native American tribes and Alaska Native villages. About 41% of our students are either Native American or part of an Alaska Native village, and so that is a big part of our culture here at Fort Lewis. You will see we are up at elevation. I come from New England originally, and I like living up at elevation, but it's definitely something that took a little getting used to in the first week, but it is gorgeous up here. You will see, like many small colleges, we can offer a very nice student to faculty ratio of approximately 16 to 1. Average class size is 23, and I'd like to highlight as well that 79% of our classes have 30 or fewer students in them, and all of our classes are going to be taught by professors, not by graduate students. We are primarily an undergraduate institution, and so all of those research opportunities that are available to students studying at a university are going to be available to our undergrads. So if you want to really be on the front lines and the cutting edge of what's going on within your field, Fort Lewis is definitely the place to go. Now, we have a whole lot of different areas of study. I'd like to highlight just a few. I know this is a very large list for those of you listening along in the webinar. We're particularly proud of our adventure education, biology, and engineering and business programs. You know, each program has its own unique flavor. I'd like to highlight in our business program, we do a program called Hawk Tank, which is a lot like Shark Tank, if you guys have seen the show, where some young entrepreneurs can come up with their own idea for a business venture, and we provide capital to those students following a successful pitch. We also have a really cool collaboration with Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, where students, seniors specifically, who are taking a certain class can have the opportunity to run their own Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory franchise right after graduation. So if you're looking to get into business, really hit the ground running, whether it's with your own idea or whether it's in business administration, Fort Lewis offers really, really cool opportunities for you. And I encourage you guys to check it out and get in contact with our business department if you'd like a little bit more information on that. And that's all part of something that we call the FLC difference, which is all about taking your learning and making it more than just what you would see in a textbook. You know, yes, the textbooks are important, but we like to make sure students are, you know, getting involved with the community, potentially studying abroad. I personally am a big proponent of that. Doing research, taking advantage of our beautiful terrain and abundance of natural resources, and really making the most of everything here. You know, it's not uncommon for students to really be involved outside of the class, both within their own coursework, expanding it, and also through clubs and organizations. So we compete at the Division II level for sports. We are currently the #3 mountain biking team in the entire nation. We also boast about 60 clubs on campus, 14 Division II sports in addition to club sports and intramural sports. Clubs are still big on campus. We are currently open for in-person classes right now. You'll see I'm wearing the mask on campus, complete with contact tracing, randomized testing for faculty and staff. We have a grand total of 1 active case on campus and had 0 for the vast majority of the academic year so far. And so this is something that is a fluid situation, as it is at most colleges, but we feel really comfortable with where we're at right now. And we're perfectly willing to evolve sort of if cases were to spike. But right now we can offer students that experience of participating in these clubs and activities, of being a part of the Fort Lewis community, and really getting the most bang for your buck. Speaking of which, we've got a whole bunch of different scholarships, and I'll take you guys through a little bit of the money cost here, just a quick preview. So for our out-of-state students, we have merit scholarships ranging from $6,000 to $10,000. Currently, as an admission office, we are test optional, meaning we are not going to require you to submit SAT or ACT scores. We do offer a holistic review process, so if you would like to submit them, we will accept them, but it is neither required nor encouraged in any way to submit those scores. Other things we will consider would be things like letters of recommendation, personal statements, things of that nature. Now, as far as scholarships go, though, one thing I'd like to highlight is our Native American tuition waiver, which is what draws so many of our Native American students to Fort Lewis. Students who are able to submit documents proving their membership in one of those federally recognized tribes, or proving Native American blood in another way, are able to go to Fort Lewis completely tuition free. It's been that way for a while and continues to be. So if you're interested in that process, I definitely encourage you to reach out so we can get that process started. We have a number of additional scholarships as well that I'd love to tell you guys more about, whether it's in the chat or via an individual meeting. And you'll see our cost breakdown here. We have a 1-year live-on requirement for students. Approximately 42% of our students will live on campus, so just under half. So whether you choose to live on or off, Fort Lewis has some great options for you. And you know, that's something that that flexibility is really something that we're proud of at Fort Lewis. That cost breakdown, it's my job to work your way down for it. But I would love to tell you guys more about beautiful Durango, about our campus. We're about a couple hours away from a dozen national parks. Our resources are out of this world. Free season pass for incoming freshmen. And I hope to tell you guys more in the session to come, or hopefully you'll check out one of our open houses. We're currently full for those October and November ones, but starting next year, we hope to see you. And I will stop my screen share.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Fort Lewis. Really appreciate a little bit more information about your college. From here, we'll move on over to Mid-American Christian.
Hello, everyone. My name is William. I'm a admissions counselor here at Mid-America Christian University. I'm excited to talk to you guys today why MACU is home to me and many others. MACU is located just south of downtown Oklahoma City. We have approximately 600 kids on campus and about 1,000 studying online or in our graduate programs. Even though it is a smaller school feel to it, this makes us intentional in being a tight-knit community between our faculty, staff, and our students. Starting the application process is real easy, just these 4 steps right here. You just need to complete the application, send in your ACT or SAT scores, and your transcript along with your transfer, if you're transferred from university, along with your transcript from your university, or if you're taking concurrent classes as well, and a government issue ID. For first-time freshmen, you just need to meet 2 out of 3 requirements, top 50 of your class, a 2.0 cumulative GPA, an 18 ACT, or 970 SAT. If you do not meet 2 out of these 3 requirements, then there's an alternate route we can help you take. At MACU, we have 8 different schools with 30-degree options. Some distinctive degree programs are data analytics, digital marketing, criminal justice, sports management, and biology. We have 11-to-1 student-faculty ratio. This means our class sizes are smaller, and this is important because Students receive individualized attention, and also professors are able to help students throughout the day and pretty much anytime it's available. We also have a few areas of specialization. First area is our pre-professional tracks, which help prepare students for graduate programs. Our pre-professional tracks are pre-engineering, pre-law, pre-medicine, pre-veterinarian. These tracks are built into many of our degree options. Our pre-nursing track also helps our students gain their associate's degree while getting their science prerequisite for nursing school. MACU has a partnership with Oklahoma City and their Kramer Law Nursing School. Lastly, our 4+1 program allows students to get their bachelor's degree while obtaining their master's degree as well within 5 years. This 4+1 program is for our Master's of Business, Master's of Leadership, Master's of Education and Curriculum and Instruction. Athletics at MACU is like none other. We're part of the Student Athletic Conference. We're NAI Division I. We have competitive teams in men's and women's soccer. We have competitive teams in men's and women's soccer, men's and women's basketball, softball, baseball, and volleyball. We take pride in our student athletes that's going on to represent us nationally. Just last month, we broke ground on our O'Brien training facility. It's 18,600 square feet facility. It has new weight room in it. It has a new media room and new training room for our athletes. This fall, we just launched our brand new esports team, along with our state-of-the-art gaming center. Scholarships available for our esports athletes. We compete in 4 different games and more to come. The 4 games that we compete in: Rocket League, League of Legends, Super Smash Bros, and Overwatch. In our Student Success Center, we offer free tutoring, time management mentors, writing center, and they also offer resume writing, reviewing, and preparing for interviews. The mission of MACU leads back into pouring into our students and being intentional about development, not only academically, but personally. We accomplish this through spiritual life activities on campus. We have 2 large residence halls, southwest of McCutcheon. Our meal plans are unlimited, so you have no maximum swipes you can use in the cafeteria for meals, drinks, and snacks. Our top priority is keeping our students safe while on campus, and we have our own police department, and they patrol campus 24/7. Also, we have laundry that's included in our fees, and there's 2 sets of washing and dryers on each floor of our residence hall. That's easy access for our resident students. Student life at work at MACU works well with our student leadership across the university to create a community where students feel seen, valued, and known. In our student leadership room, you can find interviews being held by residence assistants, residence chaplains, student government association, campus activity board, and many other organizations. And we also have intramural sports for our regular students. We also have sand volleyball, basketball, and flag football. There's 3 different ways you can visit us this year through Evangel Experience, MACU Visit Days, or Campus Tour. Evangel Experience and MACU Visit Days are scholarship opportunities where students can come on campus and pretty much they can get a feel for the day in life of being an evangel. And if you're interested in attending the Evangel Experience or MACU Visit Days, you can go to events.macu.edu. Last way to check us out this year is a general campus tour. If none of these dates work for you, you can call, or you can visit us or you can set up your visit at visit.macu.edu. And here's our general contact information at MACU Admissions. I appreciate your time and getting to tell you a little bit why MACU is home to me and many others, and I hope to see you on campus soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much, MACU. Now we'll head on over to Midwestern State.
All right, can everyone see my screen?
We can.
Okay, all right. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Adam Pitts with Midwestern State University, and I serve as the Regional Admission Counselor in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Glad that you all could join us for this virtual session. As I go through my slides tonight, feel free to use your QR reader to scan the QR codes to look up specific information on our website. As you begin the process of learning more about MSU or applying to the university, I encourage you to reach out to our assigned admissions counselors. You can have an opportunity to connect with them. Just go to the link that's listed on this slide, and that'll allow you the opportunity to get their phone number, email address, all their contact information if you'd like to connect with an admissions counselor. Midwestern State University is a four-year public liberal arts university located in Wichita Falls, Texas. It's a little over 2 hours from Oklahoma City and the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Depending on your exact location, we're far enough away to get the experience of going away to college, but close enough to still stay connected with home life and family members. MSU's enrollment size is relatively smaller compared to medium and large size public universities. We have about 6,000 students enrolled from 44 states and 54 countries. Our student to faculty ratio is 18:1, which is something that students value at MSU. Our students enjoy being in smaller classes and forming close connections with faculty and their peers. Many students use the words family and homey to describe what it feels like to be on campus. The university campus is 255 acres nestled in between a really nice upscale neighborhood and city amenities such as restaurants, movie theaters, a mall, and other retail stores. Outside of class, there's a lot to do on campus. We have 14 different fraternities and sororities, over 100 student clubs and organizations, and Division II athletics. Our sports include football, men's and women's basketball, soccer, tennis, and golf, and women's volleyball, softball, cross country, and track. We also have many events that are hosted each year, such as our Carib Fest that celebrates Caribbean culture and diversity at MSU, and our homecoming week with various activities such as our annual cardboard boat race and bonfire. And there's always something going on campus. Organizations have a lot going on throughout the year. MSU provides a smaller, more intimate college living experience on campus. We have several different housing options that include 2 on-campus apartments, as well as 3 traditional residence halls, and 1 living learning community and legacy hall, which is our newer residence hall. Our living learning programs are highly recommended because of the close interaction and connections you have with peers inside and outside the classroom. Most freshmen are required to live on campus unless you live within like a 60-mile radius of the MSU campus. Students are encouraged to complete their housing applications as soon as possible so that you're more likely to get your preferred option. And we don't require a housing deposit, but we do have a $250 advance prepayment. And if you do that before May 1st, you'll be in the first group of students to select rooms, usually in mid-May. MSU has over 70 undergraduate and graduate programs of study. Our 4 largest academic areas are health sciences, business, education, and mathematics and science. Some of our most well-known programs in health sciences are nursing, radiology, respiratory care, dental hygiene, athletic training, and exercise physiology. We also have many pre-professional programs that can be combined with our science majors or health science majors. We offer study abroad opportunities in England, Spain, France, Grenada, and Central America. We also have a Red Wine Honors program that allows students to interact with other high achieving students in small classes, and an honors living learning program. The honors program offers $4,000 and $7,000 scholarships depending on academic merit, and students have the opportunity for study abroad scholarships as well. MSU has rolling admissions. We have a rolling admissions process which allows us to process and render an admissions decision usually within 2 to 3 weeks of completing your application and submitting all documents. Although our priority deadline is not until March 1st, I usually recommend high school seniors to apply mid to late fall with the goal of gaining acceptance before December 1st. This allows incoming freshmen to apply for some of our higher scholarships in early spring and automatically qualify for our merit-based scholarships before our April 1st scholarship deadline. Students who are in the top 25% of their class or have an unweighted 3.0 GPA will receive automatic admission. We are test optional for fall 2021. Please review the chart on the left, visit the website listed, or scan the QR code to learn more about our admission pathways. Students who do test well on the SAT or ACT may want to submit scores in consideration for our merit-based and other scholarships that we have at MSU. We do pride ourselves on providing an affordable option to students. Our estimated cost per semester for Oklahoma residents based on tuition and fees, room and board, and books and supplies is usually around $10,500 a semester if taken at least 15 hours. We do allow you to lock your tuition rate and to keep your costs from increasing in future terms. And we have many scholarship opportunities to help you with your cost as well. And you can learn more about our costs at msutexas.edu/tuition and fees. All right, and this is my last slide here, I believe, or my last two slides here. MSU provides a variety of great scholarship opportunities. The merit-based scholarships listed here at the top are automatic scholarships that we offer to students as long as you've been accepted with your highest test scores on file before April 1st. We also are a participant with Raise Me, which allows high school students to earn scholarship money with us from freshman to senior year of high school. And you can scan the QR code or visit the links listed to review other scholarship opportunities at MSU. We are at MSU offering tours Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., and on select Saturdays at 11 a.m. throughout the fall and spring. Pre-registration is required, and we're limiting the number of guests in order to follow CDC guidelines and social distancing protocols. We also offer a really great virtual campus tour if you prefer that over an in-person visit. You can access all of our campus visit opportunities by going to msutexas.edu/visitmsu or by scanning the QR code. All right, appreciate you joining us this evening. Our admission counselors look forward to connecting with you. Thank you for your time, and go Mustangs.
Great, thank you so much, Midwestern State. Before we head on over to our next institution, I do want to make another quick plug for that Q&A. And so if you have any questions about any of the institutions that you've already heard from, or any about the ones that you're about to hear from, don't be afraid to go down to that Q&A and send in a question. But with that, we'll head on over to the University of Northern Texas.
All right, guys, how's everyone doing? My name's Michael Klink. I'm an admissions counselor with the University of North Texas. So I'm going to talk to you all a little bit about UNT, and hopefully y'all can get some good information. So just a little bit about UNT. We were established in 1890, so we've been around for quite a while. We're around 40,000 students. We're a 4-year public university in the state of Texas. We're located in Denton, Texas, so that is about 45 minutes north of Dallas. If you hit 35 and go south, you'll run right into us. We are a Tier 1 research institution, one of only about 115 in the nation. So one of the great things about being in Denton and being so close to both Dallas and Fort Worth is we are in one of the best job markets in the country. So we're a great place for you to come, get your education, and also get a job. But as you can see, there's also a lot of other fantastic things to do down here. Get some food, go see live music in a normal year, of course, festivals, art museums, all that great stuff. So UNT offers over 105 undergraduate degrees and over 200 degrees total. So there's a lot of options at UNT. You can see all of our colleges listed here, everything from education to engineering, liberal arts and social sciences, music, visual arts and design, business, of course, journalism. So you can see that as far as degree options go and academics go, we really do feel like we have something for everyone on our campus. But outside of campus as well, we do have over 400 student organizations on our campus. So there's a lot of ways for you to get involved, whether that's in student government, maybe you want to join the Pride Alliance or the Multicultural Center. Maybe you want to join the real estate club. If you're interested in that, we have definitely something for you on our campus. And we do have varsity esports programs as well as scholarships for those students. So again, just kind of trying to reiterate here that we have, basically something for everyone on our campus. We are a Division I school. We have 16 NCAA Division I teams. We play in Conference USA. If you've driven by our school, you've probably seen our big stadium off to the side of the highway. We've had some recent success in the last, 4 to 5 years when it comes to football. Our women's soccer team is fantastic. Basketball teams, again, doing very well also. So really excited about that and a lot of pride in our athletic teams. So one great thing that I always love to bring up for our Oklahoma residents is that we do not charge out-of-state tuition to our Oklahoma residents, but we do have is a slight premium on that rate, but you can see if you're comparing it to traditional out-of-state rates, you're saving about $5,500 a semester. And so on that tuition rate, it'll be, around $6,000 to $7,000 a semester. So just to kind of give you an idea of how much it would cost. Now, the best part about that is if you do receive a competitive merit-based scholarship, then you would actually have those fees waived. So now you're being charged the true in-state fees, plus you have that scholarship on top. So really great way for you if you want to go out of state, if you don't want to go too far away, to come down and study in Texas. So these are our automatic admission requirements. So basically, if you fall into any one of these categories here, then you are guaranteed admission. So you can see we look at a combination of class rank, test scores, as well as unweighted GPA. So unweighted GPA of 3.0 or higher, you're good to go. Top 10%, you're good to go. And then if you were able to test, you can see the other categories there. If you are not able to test, we will be test optional. Basically, in place of that, we'll be looking at that unweighted GPA. So definitely want to make sure that you get that or get that up as high as possible. And then we recommend to apply and be admitted before February 1st. Our priority date for applications is March 1st. And our priority date for scholarships is also March 1st. So great kind of rule of thumb there. March 1st is a good date. If you're unable to apply even earlier than that, you can apply now for fall 2021 if you're interested. We do have some upcoming fall preview dates. You can see it, 2 of those have already passed, but here in a couple of weeks and then one more in November. That's just an opportunity for you to come and get some great information about UNT. There'll be academic department presentations, financial aid presentations, housing, etc. So it's kind of a great way to get the all-encompassing view of UNT. We are offering virtual tours right now, and I believe we are getting ready to start opening up our in-person tours as well. So just be on the lookout for that. If you are interested in coming down and seeing the campus, definitely recommend one of those fantastic options there. And so I'll keep it short and sweet for y'all. If you have any other questions, I am the admissions counselor for Oklahoma. So please, that's my information right there. Please feel free to reach out to me. Follow us on social media for any updates as well. But again, if you have any questions, I'm your guy. So write down my email address, take a picture real quick. And hopefully if this is your first time hearing from me, hopefully you'll see me virtually this year at your school, and in the future, I'll be trying to visit if I can. So y'all have a great rest of your night.
Awesome. Thank you so much, University of North Texas. From here, we'll head on over to our final institution of this session, which is University of Arkansas.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Tyler Simpson. I am an admissions counselor here at the University of Arkansas. I just want to say thank you for giving us a little bit of your time today so we can talk to you a little bit. I do have some slides to go along with this. So while I am making introductions, I'm going to bring that up. Here we go. Bingo. There we go. So a few things that I do want you to know about the University of Arkansas. First and foremost, we are a nationally competitive research institution, right? We've been here since 1871 in Northwest Arkansas. We were the land-grant flagship University of Arkansas. So there's a lot of history, a lot of traditions, and we really are proud of who we are. And we'd be proud for you to become a Razorback in the future. Fayetteville, Arkansas, where the University of Arkansas is located, is actually ranked in one of the top 5 best places to live in the nation. And that's up against some pretty major metropolitan areas, places with a lot going on. You're talking Denver, Colorado, Austin, Texas, stuff like that. There's plenty of opportunities in Northwest Arkansas, and I think a lot of that does kind of show, why we are the top 5 best places to live. Walmart, if you're familiar with Walmart, as I'm sure we all are, was actually founded just a little bit north of us here. So because of that, we have a lot of opportunities as far as internships, post-graduation opportunities. Because Walmart is here, they require vendors to be here. So we actually have access to over 300 of the Fortune 500 companies right here in Northwest Arkansas, which is a higher density than anywhere else in the United States except for Manhattan. So it's definitely huge if you're interested in business at all. We're actually in one of the top 25 outdoor universities as well. We're smack dab in what makes the natural state the natural state. We're right in the middle of the Ozark National Forest. The Buffalo National River is just 45-minute drive away. 5 minutes away from campus is Devil's Den State Park. So there's plenty of opportunities for you guys to get out and enjoy the natural state here at the University of Arkansas. It really is wonderful. You can rent all the outdoor equipment that you could ever need to go enjoy all of those from our Hyper Fitness Center. But that's not all the University of Arkansas has got going on. We have over 400 student organizations registered here on campus. Greek life is big at the university. Around 30% of our students do participate in Greek life. So if that's something that you're interested in, there's over 30 fraternities and sororities, representation for everybody. So you can definitely get in to one of those. But we know that not everybody is interested in a Greek organization. So there are about 370 something other organizations, hobby organizations, athletic, sports and clubs, stuff like that. Kind of all the standard ones you'd expect, but there's some unique ones as well. You can definitely start your own club and organization. We've got a bass fishing club, a trap shooting team. We have a Quidditch club. So there's definitely something for everybody. We even have I Love Dr. Pepper club. So there is something for everybody here. As far as academics are concerned, we really pour a lot into academics, right? We have over 200 degree programs from, your bachelor's all the way up to your doctorate. If you're wanting to go the full gambit of your education, you can do it here at the University of Arkansas. All of our undergrad degree plans, no matter if you are marketing, journalism, or whatever it is that you're studying, are going to have an 8-semester degree plan that accompanies them. We know that your time is valuable. We want you to get in and get out on your time. We know you've got grad school to go to or your dream job to land. So we just do that to make it a little bit easier for you guys. Being a large university, just shy of 28,000 students, we do keep that student to faculty ratio low, 18-1. We want you guys to be able to interact with your faculty members, with all your professors. We want you to be able to interact with your fellow students as well. We know a lot of the learning happens outside the classroom, so we really do a lot to facilitate that. Even though, we do have that 28,000 number, it can seem pretty large to some folks. To me, I grew up in a pretty small town, so 28,000 was about double the size of my city, so it seemed like a lot, but the University of Arkansas definitely does a lot to make it feel like a family. There's always a place to be included here. I do want to talk about one of my favorite traditions at the University of Arkansas. So something intentional we do about making people feel included is Senior Walk. There's over 4 miles of sidewalk on our campus. We dedicate to our graduates. If you graduate from the University of Arkansas, then your name is going to be engraved in stone forever. There's some big names there. Maybe in about 5 years, there's going to be some big names on there as well. So definitely keep a lookout for that. In a normal year, we do a lot of study abroad here at the U of A. If you are interested in study abroad, we're one of the top 5 study abroad, one of the top 5 study abroad colleges in the nation. We have satellite campuses in Rome and Mexico City, and we can really send you anywhere else in the world that you want to go. For 2 weeks or a whole semester, whatever it is, we'll make it happen for you guys. Definitely check that out on our website if you are interested at all. Now, I do want to talk about some dates for a little bit, kind of the nitty gritty. November 15th is going to be our priority application deadline. We actually admit around 80% of our students before that date. So make sure if you are interested in the U of A at all to log on to apply.uark.edu. It's a fully online application. We're just going to need a few things from you. High school transcripts, test scores, that sort of stuff. We have gone to some test optional and test flexible options this year as well. So if you haven't been unable to test, we definitely don't want that to be an inhibiting factor for you. You are still encouraged to send in your application, and we will review that according to the policies on the screen. Definitely screenshot what is on the screen if you are taking notes. kind of likewise other dates, December 1st is going to be that priority scholarship deadline. And then just a little bit after that is the priority financial aid deadline. I do want to provide my contact information for you guys. If you are screenshotting some stuff, definitely throw this in your notes right there. You can contact me via phone, email, whatever it is. But the last thing I do want to touch on is a opportunity for our out-of-state students. We haven't forgotten about you guys, even though we are the University of Arkansas, right? So out-of-state students do have access to the NRTA, or the non-resident or New Arkansas non-resident tuition award, which will qualify you for up to a 90% reduction of your out-of-state portion of tuition. So if you do have additional questions on that, please feel to reach out in the Q&A portion, and I'd love to answer that. Other than that, I don't want to take up too much of your time. So it was great meeting with you guys, and ask any questions in the Q&A that you'd like, and have a wonderful day. Woo Pig Sooie.
Great, thank you all once again so much. We did have one question in the Q&A that I thought it might be nice for everyone to chime in on. And so if anyone wants to turn on their video and hop in here, feel free. But we did have a student ask about what attending a technical or career high school might mean for their application to these institutions. So does anyone have anything to say about that question? All right, so I guess not. I saw we did have some typed responses to that question, so that is great as well. And so with that, we can go ahead and wrap up our session. So thank you all so much for joining. We hope that you found the information helpful. A big thank you to all of you, but also a big thank you to each of our college representatives for sharing a little bit more about each of their schools as well. I do want to let everyone know that whenever this session ends, you will see a quick survey appear on your screen. If you want to take a few moments to fill that out, it's just 4 quick questions. It's always helpful for us to get a little bit more feedback coming out of these sessions. A reminder that there are more sessions just like this coming up in the next few days with other institutions, so feel free to check those out and sign up for those as well. And also that the session was recorded, and so if you need to return to any of this information, you'll be able to find that recording online in the coming days too. So a big thank you to all of you once again. Really hope you found the information helpful, and most importantly, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks.